So I debated for a long time if I was even going to edit this video and put it out there to begin with. See, I filmed this about a year ago, and quite frankly, it's bad. It's really bad. But it's mostly bad because a year ago I had developed celiac and I didn't really know it. Watching the footage back, I don't sound like me, I don't look like me, and I do a lot of weird and a lot of really loopy things. Celiac is an autoimmune disease where whenever I eat gluten, essentially my body is triggered to start destroying my small intestine, and that's not a good time. One of the biggest side effects of celiac is that I go through this thing called hibernation whenever I eat gluten, which is where I will just sleep forever. At the time that I filmed this, I was sleeping for about 16 hours a day. For most of the video, especially the mid and later parts, you'll notice that I am really tired, and I even at one point go and take a nap despite the fact that I had only been awake for about 3 or 4 hours. Anyways, I decided to edit and upload this video for 2 reasons. One, I think it's a good little time capsule for myself to just kind of see how bad things really were. It's always a good reminder to take care of yourself. I had known for a long time that there was something wrong, and I waited way too long to go to a doctor and find out what it was. And 2, I never want to have to film this video again. This video was supposed to be me attempting to text my friend 500 times in one day. I'd read an article about a girl who was a little obsessed with a guy, and she texted him 500 times in one day, and I just wanted to know exactly how crazy that was. Spoiler alert, it's pretty crazy. I'll link an article in this description below about the girl and about that whole situation so you guys can see what I mean. Okay, so to try this experiment, I decided that I would number all of my text messages to my friend. Don't worry, I warned her beforehand. And I told myself that each text message had to be at least 5 words and it had to be a coherent sentence. Now, I'm sure that at least some of this lady's texts were just random emojis, but since I can neither confirm nor deny that fact, I figured I'd better be on the safe side and just really go the distance. Anyways, here's the video. It's weird. I'm sorry, but I guess weird is just par for the course for me. I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, if you want to make this video really fun, take a shot every time that I mention that I'm tired or I want to sleep. It'll be fun. Promise. Alright, it's 7:30 in the morning, so I'm going to get started with my day. I don't usually take a shower first thing in the morning, but I kind of feel like I need one, so I'm going to do that. But before that, I'm going to send off my first 5 text messages of the day just to get Steph started and get her inducted into this whole process. That's probably going to take all friggin' day. So I'm going to send at least 5 before I start my shower here. Then we'll have to see how long it takes for me to get through all 495 more for the day. Alright, so I went ahead and I took my shower. That is why my hair is still wet. I also went and I put on some clothes. It's really rainy and nasty out, so I'm not going to wear jeans today. I'm not going to do my hair or makeup yet. I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm going to go play some video games. I'm currently up to 17 text messages. If you were wondering what this lovely towel on my shoulders is for, it is because my hair is still so wet. It was just like soaking the back of my t-shirt. And I tried drying it without the blow dryer and it wasn't working super well. So I'm just going to let it air dry. Bad news. I'm already behind my text schedule. I did the math, last night and figured out that I'd have to do 32 text messages every hour. Well, I should be at 64 right now because it's been 2 hours and I'm only at 60. This is going to be a bit of an issue, I have a feeling. I think I'm going to play some video games for another hour, see if I can get a handle on it, and if not, well, I'll know that this might be more impossible. I might have to stay up till 17 hours or else do some crunch texting in another couple hours. But I'm going to play another hour of video games and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm way further behind in the text. I was supposed to be at 96 already and I'm only at like 76. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to go try and put some sheets on my bed since I haven't done that yet. I'll go and put the sheets on my bed and try and catch up on some of my texts. I'm gonna keep going though. I'm gonna keep going because I know that I should. I need to at least try to get to 96 in the next 20 minutes so that then I don't feel like I'm a total failure. Although, the more that I think about it, the more proud I am that I can't text this much. I made it to 100 texts. I'm very proud of myself, but I gotta say, the thought of doing this 4 more times, it's unfathomable. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I really want a nap. I've only been awake for about 4 or 5 hours, but I'm already ready for a nap. I'm thinking of maybe letting myself nap for about 30 minutes just to see if I can replenish my energy. I've been running out of things to say in my text messages. Whenever I can't think of anything to text, I've been trying to text creepy things, like I'm sure that this girl did. You know, she talked about bathing in the guy's blood and breaking into his house and all this other stuff. So I've been trying to send those things, but I really don't want my friend to actually get freaked out. She knows that I'm doing that on purpose, but you know, it's gotta be a little weird if I keep doing it too much, you know what I mean? That 30-minute nap ended up taking way longer than that. That's because when my alarm went off at 30 minutes, I woke up and I had a pounding headache, just a massive headache. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let myself nap a little longer. My nap ended up being about 2 hours. I'm awake now. Barely. I really want to go back to sleep, but I don't have the headache anymore. So I'm gonna try and get myself awake here, send out some more text messages. In theory, I should have been at 250 texts by 3 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock now, I'm only at 111. So, I'm probably not gonna make the 250 mark, but that's not surprising. I've been behind all day because I'm not actually a crazy person. I apparently can't actually text like a crazy person. That being said, I'm going to move around a little bit, wake myself up, and then I'm gonna go put on makeup and maybe do something about this crazy bun that I just slept in. Well, I got my hair and makeup done, although for my hair I went a little lazy and did just a lazy day ponytail, which is alright for today, I think. So I'm going to try to go to the gas station and the grocery store. That being said, I did do 2 text messages after every step in this process, and I'm up to 151. I did my math wrong earlier. I don't need 250 by 3 o'clock. I need 250 by 3:30. So it's 2:30 now. I still have an hour to crank out 100 more text messages and get back on schedule. Do I think I can do it? Probably not, especially since I'm going to be driving, and I refuse to text while I'm driving. Okay, so I didn't go get gas when I said I was going to, because as I was leaving, I realized that my camera battery was basically dead. So I ended up staying and charging it for a while, and I did watch some House. I sat around on my butt, but I also made dinner. And the good news is I made it up to 250 texts. So that means that I am halfway done, almost done. I hope it'll get easier. Probably won't. One can dream. Okay, so I went and got gas, and then I decided, let's go to the grocery store, which was a huge mistake because, of course, I got stuck behind the lady who had the entire, couponing binder. She could not get it together. At one point, they were going to have to restart her entire transaction, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm like, I can't sit through this again, but it was too late for me to back out of the line because I'd already loaded all my stuff onto the conveyor belt, and there was someone behind me. If you're into couponing, that's fine. That's cool. Dope. Save some money. But maybe don't go to the 16-year-old cashier who doesn't know what he's doing and then expect everything to go smoothly. Also, if you're going to be into couponing, maybe read the fine print of the coupons before you try to use them. That way, I don't have to sit there and listen to the cashier explain to you how to read something that you should have read before you even walked up to the line. I'm sorry. It was a lot. I'm up to 270 some texts. I have a feeling now that I'm out of that godforsaken line and back home, I'm going to unload my groceries and it should be pretty smooth sailing. I don't see how this lady could do it. She literally could not have had a life and also done this every day. Okay, so my phone is dying and I decided to let it charge a little bit. I bought some potting soil and some plants, so I'm going to go ahead and put those together. I might try and do a few texts in between, but until then I'm going to be out there filling up that lovely little pot. I've noticed that it's more difficult for me to text when my phone is charging because it's almost like the program can't compute doing both things. I don't know if that's just my phone or if it's every Android phone. At about 300 right now, so only 200 left. Well, I went ahead and I planted my flowers and I'm back to texting. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I don't know if it's physically possible for me to make it to 500 tonight without actually going legitimately insane. Struggling, man. I'm struggling. 300 might be my limit, but then again, I guess I said that at 200, so I'll keep going. Alright, well, I'll keep going and let you guys know. I think I'm going to play some more video games, because at least then whenever I die, I remember to text. Okay, so messaging someone for this long, this much, makes me feel actually insane. I don't know how to describe it. It's like when I'm not now texting Steph, I actually kind of feel guilty. It's kind of weird. It's getting creepier. It's also a little bit past 9 p.m. Like I said, I'm at about 3:50. I think I can finish it tonight. It's just, oh, it's starting to take a toll on me. My brain is really starting to, like, implode here. So I'm almost at 400. I'm at, like, 383. I really powered through, like, 30 or 40 in the last, like, 20 minutes. And I gotta say, I'm losing it. I need to take a break. Even if that means that I'll be up until like 11 o'clock or midnight, it's just, I need to walk away for at least 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes. I just need to walk away. My brain is melting. I'm at text 411, and it is like 10:30 at night, but I'm down to only 90 more texts, so I'm telling myself I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit on my couch, watch some Netflix, and just text it out. Just, oh my god, I am so close to just falling asleep right here, right now, but I can't do that. I need to finish what I started, what I delusionally started. Good night, everybody. I did it. I did it. I sent 500 text messages to one person in one day. It is 11:30 at night. When I had first planned on doing this whole experiment, I thought, after I was done sending the 500 text messages, I'd do a little wrap-up video on camera about, you know, how it felt, all these other things, but I'm too dang tired. Good night. I am so tired. Okay, so I never really ended up filming a conclusion to this video. Once again, the whole celiac thing kicked in, and I literally slept for days and days the next week, and after that it just kind of slipped through my hands. And I never really got around to finishing it, but luckily, this whole experiment scarred me, so I still remember what it was like. First of all, it was really hard to do the text messages at first, but it did get surprisingly easy after a while. There were a couple points where I was just really cranking them out, and I was kind of weirdly proud of that. I was really shocked at how quickly my brain kind of got hooked on it at some points. I'm not a big texter. I don't tend to text very much. I call people a lot, and I unfortunately ghost people a lot. So I was really surprised that I was able to do this. But it did get to where, like, even though I like my friend Steph, I love her to death, I also don't feel the need to tell her absolutely everything in my day, every single day. But while I was doing this challenge, like, anything even remotely exciting would happen, and I'd immediately think, oh, I need to text Steph about that. And I don't know if that's because I knew that I was doing this challenge, and so I knew that I had to be texting, or if it just kind of actually became a bit of a weird habit. That being said, what this lady did was completely insane and completely abnormal. Texting that many times in a day really takes up a lot of your time. I don't know how she had time to sit there and constantly keep pulling out her phone and keep messaging this guy. I just kept thinking that she couldn't have really been holding a job, because I did this experiment on a weekend, and if I had tried it at all while I was working, I would have gotten zero work done and I would have been fired. And maybe she did hold down a job, maybe she did send all these text messages while she was working, but that just takes a dedication that I just quite frankly did not have. Overall, the experiment, while tiring, was doable, and I did manage to finish it, even with all of my nap breaks and all my lazy breaks. But would I recommend that anyone else ever try this again? Quite frankly, no. Hard no. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope whatever video I put out next is less cringy and less sad for me to edit. Everybody have a great day.